to Tales of Praxis, everyone. I am your host, the founder of With the Terrible Fate, Aaron Suduko, once again on his own. Sorry to be starting a little late. In fact, I just had enough time to get back here and get everything set up after delivering our friend and colleague on With the Terrible Fate, Matt McGill, to the airport because our visit together out here in Colorado was wrapping up. So, Matt, my man, if you're watching, I want to thank you again for coming and hanging out and for joining the stream on Friday. I hope that everyone enjoyed that. And now I'm going to be carrying on my own. So hopefully we can get some conversation going in the chat to try to replicate the sort of dynamism that we get when there are two people here. Always love when gamers of all kinds come through and we're able to participate in the stream together. The small four-legged one, my little girl Evie, is still here, but she's not so much for banter on the stream. But we will dig in. For those who are catching up, we are working through Tales of Symphonia, Dawn of the New World, as part of the ongoing Tales of Praxis series, which is studying and exploring the impact of Bandai Namco's Tales JRPGs through these streams, as well as through written articles on withtheterriblefate.com. We're going to have a new one this week, I promise you. It's the one that I've been talking about for a while, reflecting on the Tales of Symphonia playthrough that I streamed and the unexpected impact that Regal had on me. So look forward to that this week. For now, we wrapped up the Temple of Lightning last time. We did some great side quests too. We finished Emil's side adventure with Richter, probing some of their relationship, which Emil doesn't really understand or remember, nor do we do as players yet. But Richter gave him some advice and life guidance and gave us this interesting window into a kind of side quest optional friendship developed between Emil and Richter within the context of understanding that they will have to go back to being enemies from here on out in the story. So very interested to see how that plays out. We saw some back and forth about the various characters, let's say, in the Church of Martel and the Vanguard, humanizing those organizations with some rich rivalry. And then the key narrative content for the main story is that we had a lot of discussion about this possibility that Emil is some version of a constructed identity, maybe of Aster, this researcher who was researching into Ratatosk and ended up dying under unclear circumstances, but possibly involving Richter, maybe even killed by Richter. And as Emil was actively grappling with that and trying to figure out what it meant for who he was, the party ended up going off to the Temple of Lightning to secure the core of the Centurion of Lightning. They ran into Dex and the researcher who was there, Relina, I think is her name, along the way. And Dex was threatening the party, was threatening Relina, was beating up Emil, who was feeling his usual cowardly and powerless self, and so actually called on his Ratatosk mode to help. And then Ratatosk mode, Emil seemed to channel this new thing that we learned about in terms of a dimensional boundary, which has yet to really be explained. But Ratatosk mode seemed to know exactly what to do to activate this and basically thrust Relina and Dex off into some other corner of the world, which, as Tenebrae told us, is similar to what Ratatosk is able to do with the Centurions when they return to their core states. So our understanding and assumption and kind of hope at this point is that we will find Relina at one of the altars that we haven't yet visited, namely the Temple of Earth, since we didn't find her at the altar for the Temple of Lightning, where we are now. So we are going there next. Marta is deeply unhappy with Emil, or Ratatosk mode at least. It's a very different look for her because Ratatosk mode came back basically when Emil called on him in order to help, but true to the way that Ratatosk mode has been, especially lately, is very callous, not interested in or concerned for Relina or Dex, and very much just focused on the objective. And Marta seems to be coming to grips with how callous this other side of Emil is, and is icing him out as a result of that, because she disagrees with the way that he goes about things and how he sees the world. So, we're going to spend some time this evening going after Relina, seeing if we can learn more about Emil's past, and hopefully getting at least one more Centurion core under our belt. Let's do this.
I guess you want to die.
And of course, we are fated to take the long road, because no quick jump from the altar back to the beginning of the temple.
That's it?
Cruel Edict. How's that for an art name for a demon?
Let's do this!
Won't work! Of course I won.
I'm half hoping when we go through these fights that we'll trigger one of the post-battle conversations between Emil and Marta, because I'm interested to see whether those conversations have updated to the current state of the story, where Marta is not happy nor interested in speaking with Ratatosk mode Emil. I feel like if the game were released today, they would definitely make sure that was a part of it, but I wonder whether they had that focused detail in this one. Well, given that you just called Emil amazing when he killed an enemy, I would guess not. Because the Marta in the main plot of the story right now would not really be inclined to call Ratatosk mode Emil amazing. Ugh, wow. I forgot that if we don't change her control mode outside of battle, it defaults back to semi-auto in battle. No wonder she's not doing anything. Ugh. Don't know why they made the settings that way.
Swathe us in your protection. Healing power.
Should have never gone against me.
Maybe this was their way around it. Maybe they just are not making post-battle dialogues between Emil and Marta available during this sequence. It's kind of surprising to me that we've been through, what, 3 battles at this point, and they haven't had any conversations with one another. That seems unusual for this party setup.
Let's do this!
Move! Dark Radiance! Blade Fury!
I forgot to change her art type again. God damn it. I will try very hard to remember after this battle then, I guess.
Here
Well, there goes that
I
theory.
love the way you said that.
They are still having those conversations, and they are definitely dissonant with and not updated according to what's going on in the main story. Does seem like a little bit of a missed opportunity, especially in a game like this, where it would be keeping with some of the other choices that they made to change that during this sequence.
Duke Bryant, you're all right! Thank you for coming. We received reports the Vanguard was here. They were, but they've left.
So you're here cleaning up the corpses of wimps? At least you're making yourself useful.
Emil!
What? Why are you so pissed off?
Well, that time it was definitely not a dream. Those sequences. Maybe more of a vision.
Are you alright?
Yeah. I just had this weird memory again.
Memory?
Don't think regular Emil ever called it a memory.
The one where Richter is killing me. Maybe you're right. Maybe I am Master after all.
We won't know for sure until we ask Relina.
Alright. We're gonna actually change this on the root menu this time. There we go. Okay, I think we're still in Chapter 6 right now. The next side quest, we're going to have a break from side quests for a while so we can really enjoy the main story reaching its crescendo here. But there is one for a Wonder Chef recipe, which I think, yeah, we're still in Chapter 6, so that'll open up once we get to Chapter 7, which I assume will probably be when we go to the Temple of Earth. Or are we not going to the Temple of Earth next? What are they saying the next thing is? I thought we were supposed to look for the Temple of Earth. Going to Cybeck first to update Director Schneider on everything that happened. Got it. That makes sense. Back to Cybeck.
Chief, if I may, I have a matter to discuss with you.
Well, we're in a bit of a rush.
Perhaps we should take a short break here. Even if we hurry to the Temple of Earth, the entrance won't be cleared yet.
I'm fine with that.
Sheena, I hate to impose, but might I possibly relay a message to my company via your messenger here?
Sure. Come with us then. Emil, Marta, you two can wait here.
Why are you so pissed off at me? You don't like the fact that I got violent? It was my power that made it possible to protect you all this time. I'm sure you don't like me as much as that coward version of me, but he can't do anything on his own.
But Emil would never give up on saving Relina.
Relina? He only cares about her because he's so desperate to know who he is. Well, I don't care who I am. I only care about protecting you. No one else matters.
This is a tough and kind of interesting situation of, I mean, we still don't really understand Emil's identity or Ratatosk mode, but this idea that Ratatosk mode Emil was kind of created at the beginning of the game to be in service of Marta and protect her, as he's saying. So he kind of is less a fully fleshed out person than this, single purpose entity designed to do this one thing. And now the person in whose service he's supposed to be is resenting him for exactly that reason. Like, that's kind of an existential rock and a hard place for him. So maybe a little more sympathetic than we might guess at first blush.
No, that's not the Emil that I love. You're not Emil at all. Give Emil back. Let him come out.
So even you would choose that coward over me.
What's so bad about being a coward? Afraid or not, Emil tried his best to protect me.
Sure, then he calls me in whenever things get too rough.
That's true.
He's the one who asks me for help. I'm not giving myself to him anymore. I won't do it.
Sorry for the wait. I had a few things I needed to... Hey, what's with you two?
Did you have a fight?
If they care enough about each other to fight, they're fine. Leave them be, Regal.
Right.
Alright, back to Director Schneider's. By way of the inn. I really do miss the inn scenes. I wonder why they didn't use those in this one. They almost always have little skits at the ends. Oh yeah, I hadn't even noticed that now there's not lightning falling in Cyback all the time. Things are slowly regaining some composure and balance. Let's evolve our worm, Coral. Hydra. Oh, that's awesome. 3 heads, you kidding me? That is interesting how at the beginning of the game it seems like they almost bait you into thinking that monsters only change colors or have, very small tweaks to their models when they evolve, but then you get some like a worm to a Hydra where, oh, there's actually a radical difference and a very cool evolutionary trajectory. But I guess it just takes a certain caliber of monster for that to apply. I have the side quest guide, but I am glad to be exploring this game again years later without a guide to all the monster evolutions and what to expect when you evolve this monster in that way and etc. Because I do feel like having a bit of the element of surprise at their natural course of development over the game just lends another dimension to those relationships that you can develop with them in your party.
Ah, I see. I'll hold on to Relina's research notes for now.
Emil!
The most aggressive man in the world.
I'm not really Emil, right?
Then hurry up and let him come back out.
You two, calm down. You're making a scene in front of Director Schneider.
I'm sorry.
Director, just how much do you know about Ratatosk?
I've heard that Ratatosk possesses the power to manipulate mana, the source of all life.
It's a little different than controlling the balance of mana in the world. That seems almost more like, not necessarily a villainous thing, but manipulate mana in terms of like changing its intended course in the world, which would explain why it would have a different purpose than something like the summon spirit of the Great Tree or Origin and Maxwell in the previous game.
I believe that he used monsters to balance the distribution of mana in the world. It said he was the summon spirit of the giant Karlon tree which produced the world's mana.
Richter refers to Ratatosk as the Demon Lord. Do you know anything about that?
Richter's been saying such things ever since he returned from his field study, but it's nonsense. If a demon lord were to exist, it would be a creature from Niflheim, the demonic realm.
The demons we hunted down in that book at the end of the first Tales of Symphonia.
But Ratatosk is a summon spirit. He is of this world.
Niflheim.
Sheena, you've been to Niflheim?
Of course not. But I did catch a glimpse of it once.
Oh, the game has a memory of that. I love it.
The researchers at the Elemental Research Laboratory in Meltokio may know more about Ratatosk. Relina is working from there nowadays, and her research materials and notes are there as well.
We are bound for Meltokio in any case. It might be worth it to pay the lab a visit.
Please, help Relina.
Well, hopefully, if we're learning more about Ratatosk as a summon spirit and as related to the Great Tree, we can get more of an explanation of how he ties into the summon spirits that were so central to the first game, and why it is that that we didn't encounter him then, and sort of what impact, if any, the tree having a new summon spirit since the reunification of the world has on Ratatosk and his trajectory as a being in the world.
So then, that letter from Rain wasn't a love letter after all. I'm a bit disappointed.
A woman of her quality deserves a far better man than I.
Perhaps Rain and Regal are both simply too attractive for the match to ever work.
No way, that's exactly why they're perfect for each other.
There is another to whom I've already pledged my heart.
What? There is?
However, she has passed on.
Oh, Regal, my man.
There is no need to be. I'm the one who can't seem to lay the past to rest.
I'm sure she's glad to have you keeping her memory alive, though. I'm actually a little jealous.
Thank you.
Still waiting for Presea to show up. I'm amazed that we've gotten this far into the game and haven't seen hide nor hair of her.
Why don't you guys
Wonder if it has something to do with how her aging has changed her
Do something, Regal.
in a way different than the rest of the original party since the end of the first game.
Yeah, I guess. But they're driving me up the wall.
And back to Meltokio we go. Meltokio, oh yeah. I wonder if we'll have the opportunity here to talk to anyone about
Sheena, I
Karen
heard you've been busy.
and the way he transformed into Varius at the end of the first game. That'd be cool.
Aster?
Damn it, not this again.
That's what they tell me.
Sorry about his language. Actually, I'm here because there's something I need to ask you.
Relina was working on research related to Ratatosk, based on Aster's research notes and continuing where he left off. You should be able to find all of her records downstairs. Feel free to browse through them.
Thank you very much.
I really can't believe that you're not Aster.
No one can. So they've recently introduced monsters into their areas of research. Interesting. So they're playing catch-up and studying that aspect of the world in a similar way to ourselves as players of the first game. Hey, there's a call out to Corinne. Well, it's not quite shouting out the impact that Various had on the world, but it's a touching tribute all the same. Too bad we didn't get to this place with Matt, our resident scientist with all the lab experience. I'm sure he would have had a thing or two to say about the setup.
It looks like these are Relina's notes.
The guardian of the Ginnungagap, the door to the demonic realm, is named Ratatosk.
That does sound like a demon lord.
Tenebrae, is demonic realm Nibelheim?
Yes. Then can we assume this Ginnungagap is the door between Nibelheim and this world?
That is correct. Lord Ratatosk is its guardian.
There's no way someone like that could be the Demon Lord. Sounds more like he's protecting this world.
Maybe Richter wants to use Ratatosk's power to get revenge on this world for its prejudice against half-elves. What?
It's just, you never stand up for Richter when you're in Ratatosk mode.
If I'm really Aster, that means Richter tried to kill me. Why would I want to stand up for him? Richter's not that sort of person.
Got the other Emil breaking through.
Emil!
Who said you could come out?
Emil, what's going on inside you right now?
Even by Emil's own standards of psychic stability, he seems to be breaking down even further now.
Who cares?
We care! Tenebrae, what's going on here?
I believe it's just his strong desire to protect Lady Marta.
Is that really all?
That sounds cagey from Tenebrae, adding to the pile of suspicious behaviors he's had over the last few streams.
Doesn't look like there's anything new in these notes. Let's hurry up and get out of this place.
I feel like that description of Ratatosk very much left open to interpretation, whether he was a demon lord arbitrating over the passage of demons into the world, or a force sealing demons away and keeping them from infiltrating the world. The Ginnungagap also, I believe, when I was a kid, I looked this up because it was such a fascinating name to discover that it had,
Are you finished?
as most of the things in these games do, roots in some mythology or another, but I couldn't tell you now which one. I'll have to look it up again after this. But it was such a memorable name that of the few things that I remembered about this game as an adult before we started replaying it again, that name was forever burned in my head just by playing through this game when I was young.
Yes, thank you.
Hey, you're Marta, right?
Yes.
That on your forehead, that's Ratatosk's core?
Yes.
Do you feel all right?
What are you talking about?
I heard from Relina that Centurion's cores have a composition very similar to that of X-Spheres.
That's interesting. We're getting some more connective tissue on top of the very little that we've had in the game so far in terms of how X-Spheres relate to the other elements of the world we're now discovering.
Of course, there are some minor differences between the two. Organic versus inorganic, etc.
So what?
X-spheres are toxic if attached directly to the body without the proper protection. Eventually, it will take over its host's body. If Ratatosk's core is similar to a Centurion's core, you should be careful about it.
Marta, do you feel a sense of emptiness anywhere? Or have you experienced any sort of changes?
The resident X-Sphere expert evaluating Marta here.
No, I'm fine. I don't feel anything strange at all.
That was not a very convincing reading of that line.
And anyway, if there was any sort of danger, I'm sure Tenebrae would let me know.
I'm sure you're right, but maybe we should get someone to check, just to be sure.
I'm fine, seriously. I feel great. Anyway, shouldn't we be worrying about Relina right now?
This is interesting too. This is another thing that at the time I don't think I recognized as a trope in the series, but people who are hiding sicknesses or experiencing things in their bodies that they sort of aren't willing to talk about or discuss or examine. Like we saw that with Colette, remember, in Tales of Symphonia, when her body started rejecting the Crucius Crystal and causing her to crystallize, and she wasn't willing to talk with anyone else about that. Off the top of my head, you get very similar things in later game parts of Tales of the Abyss too. And I'd be willing to bet, just based on these examples, there are more out there.
Oh, I heard that the path to the Temple of Earth has finally been cleared.
Oh, then we better get going right away.
All right, but promise to tell us the minute you feel anything out of the ordinary.
I feel like the suspicion and uncertainty are only mounting now as we reach the next stage of this game, which is an exciting moment in any JRPG, right? Because we're starting to question the journey we've been on so far. We're also in this kind of liminal space before the big reveals set up the final confrontation and final movements of the plot for us.
So X-Spheres can hurt the people who equip them. I wonder if the same is true about Ratatosk's core. What if the core starts to affect me and I don't realize it? What will happen to me?
Lady Marta, you do not look well.
Oh, no. I'm just a bit tired.
Oh yeah? Want to take a break?
No, I'll be fine. We've got to get to the Temple of Earth.
People hiding sickness. Nice that we get to see their interiority of what they're struggling through with the skits.
Is something the matter?
We were clearing rubble in the Temple of Earth and found an injured woman buried inside.
That could be Relina.
Where is she right now?
She's still inside the temple.
Emil, where are you going?
We're going inside to find that Relina woman, right?
All right, let's go then.
All right. And we are off. Interesting to track the cadence and distribution of side quests in this game too. I've become so accustomed to having to hunt down like 3 or 4 side quests in between every story beat, and now we truly don't have any of those to think about for a while. Kind of forcing our attention wholly onto the main story as it heats up. It's an interesting way of conducting the just the pace of the game.
Hey, are you okay?
I'm fine.
I guess it has to be him. Is something wrong, Marta?
Emil, are you really back to normal?
Yeah, but Marta, what's wrong?
It's nothing. Nothing at all.
Don't lie. I can tell. You're worried about something, aren't you?
This doesn't sound like regular Emil. I think Ratatosk mode Emil is putting on the voice.
I guess I can't fool you. I've heard about X-Spheres, how they eventually turn people into monsters. What happens if we don't free Ratatosk in time? Will I turn into a monster too?
You fool. Tenebrae would never put you in that sort of danger.
Yeah, that's got to be what's happening. And what a great line reading of that too, right? Like, calling her a fool is so unnatural for Emil. And you can tell just from the way it's voiced. Like, Ratatosk mode is trying to string together the right sentiment that regular Emil would have, but doesn't quite know how to do it because it's so outside his own character.
You fool.
Oops. I guess I got used to talking in Ratatosk mode. Anyway, it's okay. I'm sure of it. I'll protect you. I'll protect you from the Vanguard and from Ratatosk's core.
Thanks. I'll be okay. I still don't believe that Ratatosk's dangerous anyway.
Come on, you two, we're going!
Okay. Hey, Emil. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But you're the Ratatosk mode Emil, right? I'm sorry I'm always mad at you. You probably hate me. But you still tried to cheer me up. You're really just as nice a person as the other Emil.
You've got me all wrong. I was just sick and tired of you getting mad all the time.
You're right. I feel bad about that. I'm sorry. So you stop saying careless things about other people's lives too, okay?
Come on, what's the holdup?
Sorry.
I'm not nice. You were asking for help, so I helped you. That's all.
Emil, has your memory returned?
I'm just gonna shut up and handle the fighting. So if the time comes and the other Emil isn't up to the task, I'm counting on you, Tenebrae.
Understood.
Interesting. So Tenebrae and the Ratatosk mode Emil seem to have an understanding that they are not
I wonder where
sharing
Melina
with the rest of
is.
the party, or indeed with us at this point.
This is the Temple of Earth, right? Why are we here?
Huh? You're out of Ratatosk mode.
I'm sorry. Lately I've been having trouble remembering while I'm in that mode.
It does seem that way. What's the last thing you remember?
I remember being in the Temple of Lightning with Dex about to kill me.
All right, let me bring you up to speed.
Thank you. At least now I know what happened. I'm sorry for causing trouble.
Don't worry about it.
Where's the woman you found here?
She's further in. They're just about to carry her out.
Let's go. I hope she's okay.
Emil. Right, let's go.
Oh, that's right, the Emil who cares about people and innocent bystanders.
This is where Gnome, the summoned spirit of Earth, used to be, right?
Yeah, I remember how hard it was making a pact with him.
Was Gnome really that strong?
Actually, it was everything we had to do beforehand to get to him.
That's right. We had to make curry.
Curry?
Yeah, which meant we had to hunt down some spicy ingredients.
Are you the one who made it, Regal?
Let's see. That time it was...
Well, like I always say, you can't curry favor without curry, right? Get it?
And fitting to our playthroughs, you might recall, it was Regal whom we had make the curry back in our stream of Tales of Symphonia. Not that this game would have a memory of that, but it's nice continuity to have him being the one talking about it now.
Okay, food's ready.
Wow, it's amazing. It almost looks too delicious to eat, and it smells incredible. I can't believe it.
What's with you? You're staring at the food like you're gonna cry.
It's just... I thought women couldn't cook.
Of course we can cook. You just happen to have poor luck in women so far.
Would you take care to explain that conversation?
Sorry.
You have other gifts, Marta, like fawning over a meal and not voicing concern over the things that are happening to your body with Ratatosk embedded in your head.
I guess you want to die. Damn I'll end this. That was too easy.
I'm excited for our Hydra to get beefed up so we can use it in battle. Want to see what it's like fighting with a 3-headed dragon on our side. Those are the kinds of things that make it feel really cool to me to be fighting alongside monsters. It's not quite the same as a party full of different JRPG characters, but there's something uniquely charming and rewarding about that.
Damn it.
Healing power.
Time's over. This is the final strike. Darkness devours. Power.
Oh, healing power.
Of course I won.
A spider enemy, that's new.
Say your prayers.
Might be a fun enemy to have on our side.
Won't work.
Doesn't look good. Cleanse the defile.
Won't work. Be grateful.
Oh boy, we got poison in the mix. Everybody's getting poisoned.
Bring more of that.
Alright, give us a spider friend. Come on. Ah! Even when we had a monster who was putatively supposed to help, too. No, that's okay. We have a Hydra. I'm happier with a Hydra than I would be with a pit spider. I wonder if we can light the fire pit with the sorcerer's ring. Nah. Not worth a shot. Oh, cool. Should have thought through the order in which to do those first, but that's okay. I don't think we're going to be able to get all of the treasure chests here, but that's okay. I think, as I remember correctly, or if I remember correctly, rather, the exact same thing happened when we were navigating the Temple of Earth in Tales of Symphonia, the first one. So, really, I have no excuse. I should have remembered that. But maybe next time, if I do New Game Plus of this. Okay, I want that Elder Dragon. Give me that Elder Dragon. Oh, that really bums me out. We're so close. That damn element grid. It's hard to get it sufficiently lined up.
Shut up!
Die, scum!
Healing power.
Nothing like a new set of gauntlets. I hadn't realized I have Blade Fury equipped to 2 different things for Emil. We switch that out with a different basic art. Maybe, I liked Raining Fangs. Let's do more of that.
I guess you want to die.
Alright, take 2 trying to get this dragon.
Healing power. Oh, healing power.
Come on. Alright, let's get it. I want another dragon.
Should've never gone against me.
Especially now that I remember their evolutions branch, and so you really want more than one to be able to get all of the distinct evolutionary paths. Pretty please? Ugh. Man. Monsters are just not cooperating this stream. Wow, that was quite a bit of force we were able to exert from the other side of that door.
Come on, cheer up. You've just had a non-stop string of failed pacts. That's all.
Oh, come on.
Down.
I called myself out on it. You don't have to also call me out on it,
Slip
game.
up here and there. It's not surprising to see you fail. Why don't you just keep your chin up? What did I do?
Worst pep talk
The more
ever.
I try to cheer him up, the more depressed he gets.
Hopefully, in addition to a skit that roasts me, the game will serve us better RNG for a little while. Because that has been a little bit of a bummer.
Of course I won.
Well, at least we're accruing a lot of levels. That's something. Even if we're not getting a lot of new monsters for the bargain. I would love another hit to aerial combos for Emil, but I worry that we are running low on TP. Or SP, rather. So many different Ps. No, we have enough. Go team. Oh, is there another one? Oh no, we have Sky Attack also. I totally missed us getting that one. To use Arcane Arts in the air. That would be a nice one to have. But I don't know if I want take anything away for it. Maybe EX attack. The EX attacks are cool, but I don't find myself using them very frequently. Let's try that, see how that works. It'd be nice to get longer aerial combos.
Emil, if I may.
I know. It's about me failing multiple pacts.
Oh my god, there's more than one skit about it. No!
Before, when forging a pact, you must consider your familiarity with the target as well as its elemental affinity. The way you are making pacts now.
Okay. I'll do better next time, so stop bugging me.
Emil, I say these things only for your own good.
Okay.
One okay will suffice, thank you.
Okay.
Did I just walk into a family meeting?
Just give me a better chance. Don't set me up for failure with these cool monsters who are too, I don't know if they're too high level for us or if we just need much higher monster affinities because they're stronger. But something is not working out, dude.
Die, scum!
You're amazing!
That is pretty cool to be able to use arcane arts in the air. Love that. I'll bet if we chain that with whatever Emil's Tiger Blade equivalent is, that would be pretty cool. A bunch of crescent slashes. Let's see if we can put that back on the palette. Shortcuts. I like Raining Fangs too. We can try it like that. See how that goes. And we didn't even have to team up with the little gnomelet this time.
Die, scum!
Cleanse the defiled! You're amazing! Healing power!
Alright, game. Please don't roast me. Please also help me to get this dragon. That would be a nice change of pace. Please. I'm trying, man. They can't say I'm not trying. I think I'm going to switch my monsters out to have one with better affinity, though. They've got another thing coming. I refuse to be cowed into changing my main party just for getting more party members. That's nonsense. Oh my goodness, not the monster skills. There we go.
I'm fine. I can walk.
Relina!
You're the ones from the Temple of Lightning.
I'm sorry. This is all my fault.
No, it's not your fault. The dimensional boundary was already warped. That's why the temple was off limits.
But I used Ratatosk's power to...
Seeing your face and hearing you say the name Ratatosk brings back memories. Do you mean Aster? Yes, Aster and I were very close, but he was killed by Richter.
So Richter really killed Aster?
I still don't want to believe it, but that's the only explanation that makes sense. He stole all of the research notes that Aster had left behind and disappeared.
I'm sorry, but we really need to be moving on.
It does seem like we're only getting half the story situation, though.
My sincere apologies for keeping you, but there's one last thing I must ask.
Of course.
Did your friend Aster have any defining features, any scars or moles?
He did have a small star-shaped scar on his neck. Why do you ask?
Just wondering. Thank you.
Oh, I just remembered something I wanted to tell you. That Vanguard who was transported along with me. You mean Dex? Right, that was his name. He and his followers went deeper into the temple, past the altar. They seemed sure there would be an exit in that direction. They're your enemies, right? I thought you might want to know. Thank you.
Emil, about that star-shaped scar.
There's something like that just above my collarbone.
Then that means that you're Aster after all.
I don't know. I don't feel like I'm him.
You are who you are.
Marta.
Your name doesn't matter. Even if you used to be called Aster, it doesn't change who you are. Sure, you tend to get afraid, but you're kind and you give your best. That's why I don't think you should worry so much about it. Time will clear up everything eventually.
Thank you.
That time will clear up everything eventually is an interesting variation on what we talked to Death in the Tales of Symphonia stream in terms of everyone in the party member just radically trusting each other and empowering them to go on whatever mission or quest that they want to and just figuring things out along the way.
Marta's right. Sorry I've been giving you such a hard time. I guess I got carried away.
No, not at all. I let myself get overwhelmed with everything. It's my fault. But I'm okay now. I have Marta and all of you to look after me.
Indeed. We may not have known each other long, and there is a gap in our ages. But even so, I'll happily lend all of my power to your efforts, as your friend.
Thank you.
So, everyone, how should we proceed?
Well, Solemn's core is supposed to be in this temple, right?
I doubt it. It would require one of the humans to have been in possession of Solemn's core to be transported here.
Which would mean the Vanguard has it?
It would appear so.
Then we need to go after Dex.
But let's head to the altar to make sure.
Didn't they say Dex was heading further in anyway? I mean, I would assume we were going that way in either case. You Are You. That's a nice name for a title. Unusual for the syntax of titles that people get in these games. That's sweet. And better for physical attack and defense, so it all works out. That sort of title of encouragement too is nice, sort of flavor and narrative grounding to the idea that titles develop their skills in different ways. Like the title and affirmation from Marta gives him the fortitude to grow in a way that he wouldn't otherwise be able to.
What's with all the sighing, Marta?
We've been underground for a while, and it feels like it's hard to breathe, or like something's pressing down on me.
The air here is quite earthy and dusty.
Yeah, and it's so dim I can barely see.
That is most certainly bothersome as well.
I thought you were the captain of the Hooray for Darkness Brigade.
This does not come under the category of dark. I speak of something much richer, much deeper, a beautiful world of ebony.
I think Tenebrae is what you'd call a darkness maniac.
So many maniacs in this game, my goodness. Man, I'm thinking about Regal's willingness to extend friendships and support to Emil as well. And I really like the interpretation of thinking back on our particular playthrough of Tales of Symphonia, where we prioritized Regal's friendship with Lloyd, and they became something like brothers to each other. It's nice to think of Lloyd sort of modeling and inspiring Regal to seek that friendship in other parts of his life with other people in the future, so that even as Regal is having, issues with whether to trust Lloyd right now and not really understanding what he's up to, he's able to take those lessons and develop a friendship with Emil much more readily than he was able to with Lloyd back in the day. Well, this looks like a mini game, if I had to guess. Oh, maybe not. I had visions of us navigating that grid in gamey ways.
Solemn's core is gone.
It doesn't look like Lloyd took it either. None of his weird posters are around.
Then we can only assume the Vanguard has had the core all along.
But look, this is a dead end. I wonder where Dex went.
I sense monsters from somewhere nearby.
Maybe there's a hidden passage somewhere. Let's look around.
What could the hidden passage be? But I want to really look around, in case there are hidden chests back here. No, I guess it's the obvious hidden passage. Fine, let's do it. Okay, so I was right. I just jumped the gun by a few moments. Ah, I forgot that Tales of Symphonia Dawn of the New World was the original Fall Guys. For anyone who's played that, I'm pretty sure this is exactly one of the party games that you have to play in that. Oh no, this is not good. Oh, recover. Oh no. How are we supposed to know where to go? That seems like guesswork as much as anything. Okay, but we still do get to go down, so we can progress even if we lose the minigame. Good enough. Oh, no. We don't get to progress. We just have to go back up and try again. What is clue? Those that shake slowly won't fall immediately. Okay. I don't know who on the team said we need like 4 times as many mini games than we had in the first Tales of Symphonia, and we also need them all to be mandatory to the advancement of the story as opposed to the optional ones that we had in the first game. But I am not thrilled about it. Dude. Maybe I am just being cynical or frustrated because it's not a mini game I'm good at, and I'm willing to own up to that. But this does feel very much like not even a challenging puzzle per se, as much as just sort of a somewhat monotonous way to add like time to the average playthrough of the game. I don't love when developers do that. Doesn't seem super respectful of the player's time. Speaking of, can't wait to get back up and do it again! Jesus Christ. Like, give me a skip button after I try it 5 times or some nonsense. try really hard this time to focus on which blocks survive all the way. See if that makes a difference. Okay. I feel so accomplished. And they know that this is not entertaining or rewarding because they had to pump the freaking success music from battle into the end of this mini game, which I think is the first time they've done anything like that. Oh, guys, come on, what are we doing? Better believe I'm saving before I continue on there. Do not want to have occasion to do that mini game again. Oh, no, this is the way we came so many times when we fell down. My mistake. It's got to be on the other side then, right? Yeah, there we go.
Yes!
Did you mature a little?
Huh?
We looked for a hidden passage back when we first met, too. But you were a little different back then.
If I've matured, it's because of you and everyone else.
One moment you two are fighting, and the next you're all lovey-dovey.
Bet you wish you were me.
So
the hormones of adolescence.
You two made your point, so let's go down that passage.
Right.
Talk about maturity. Sheena being the real mature one here and just shrugging off all of the antics. All right, anyway, let's go. I do, and that might be my favorite part of the adolescent dynamic between Emil and Marta, and I don't think we've really talked about this yet, but I think their being cast in this more childlike light creates an opportunity for the original party members to seem more like adults and quasi-parental figures, helping them to find their way in the world. And that's kind of an unusual position from which to be able to view members of a JRPG party. So I like that. I feel like it does add sort of new perspectives to the characters we got to know so well in the first game.
Those are Lukins.
They're caterpillars!
They're wearing the same sort of machines that Alice uses. You think...
Let's take those off of them.
Stop! They're blind with rage. We must pacify them.
Fight them, you mean? Sounds good to me. Let's go!
And it's on. Sir, I counted 3 Lukins in that scene. Where did the 4th come from? Help me. God. They have a lot of mobility for being so big and tanky. I do not love that. Oh my god, let me get my Mystic Art off. Thank you so much. It is rewarding, especially with enemies like that, where it's so hard to get a handle on them, to just lock them down and beat on them with a Mystic Art. To say nothing of being able to get a second to breathe in the middle of battle. Oh my goodness, leave me alone, dude. You gotta finish a battle the right way. And there's only one right way in this game.
This is the final strike! Darkness devours! I'm so power!
I remember being struck by the irony of this as a kid too, where like in the Mystic art, where the character goes out of his way to say this is the final strike, it's actually not the final strike, because if you know the secret way to extend it with Ein Sof Hour, he like further attacks and decimates the enemy after that. Like you have the ability, if you're in the know with the special knowledge of Ratatosk mode Emil's powers, to extend things beyond the final strike, which is a pretty cool idea, I think.
It's calmed down a bit.
You think the Vanguard did this?
Yes. This one says they were being used as vehicles to travel to a mine in the neighboring continent.
The Lazareno Company mines?
A mine? Could it be the X-Sphere mine?
I couldn't say. It's offering to carry us. What do you want to do?
I mean, we have to ride. Buckle up.
Sure, let's ride it. Seems like Regal really wants to know what's up ahead.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was incredibly fast.
I'm dizzy.
I can't believe it. This is the Toize Valley mine.
Yep. We know that mine all too well, don't we?
Toize Valley? Wasn't that your...
Indeed. This is the X-Sphere mine my company used to own. We blasted it and buried it into the ground along with the X-Spheres. I never dreamed it would have remained connected like this.
Do you think the Vanguard is mining this place for X-Spheres?
Daddy was looking for X-Spheres.
All of the X-Spheres around here were dug out long ago. They would have to dig deeper in the mine to find anything. But it might someday be put to malicious use. We should get out of here and let the Lazareno Company know at once.
In that case, I really hope that the exit from this mine isn't sealed off.
What do we do if there's no way out?
We just have to go back the way we came.
Another new old area to revisit. I love it. And it's so cool to be getting into the extra connections now. After so much of the game didn't discuss them or give them any airtime whatsoever.
So this is what the X-Sphere mine was like.
Yes, though I doubt it would be possible to unearth any more from this area.
It's incredible there's still this much left of it intact, despite the explosion. I guess it was really built to last.
We built it to withstand whatever disasters might occur, though this does present a problem.
I'll have to ask for Rain's help in finishing the demolition.
But why Rain?
During our journey of world regeneration, she destroyed one human ranch after another. She earned the nickname H.E. Bomb.
H.E. Bomb? Shouldn't it be S.H.E. Bomb?
Emil could give Colette a run for her money.
Die, scum!
I want to see if I can get that hurt thing. Well, I'm not feeling confident at this point, after all the misses.
You're slow! Won't work! Time's over!
Such overkill, but I could not get a slice in edgewise. me the right elements.
Oh, healing power.
Did we get it?
That was too easy.
We should have. Yes, come on, give me that rock eater. We want that one. If they give me such a string of bad luck, I'm just going to stop trying at some point. Getting kind of laughable now.
Die, scum! Demon Ray! Damn it! Demon Ray!
At least make it challenging.
Ooh, Maccabees can change class. From Archdemon to... what comes next after Archdemon? Oh, and looks like our Hydra friend waiting in the wings can emit poison breath now, which is pretty sweet. Man, some of these monster skills and abilities are pretty cool. Leveling monsters get the ability to just ruthlessly inflict a wide range of status effects from their attacks or their arts.
I guess you want to die.
Doesn't look good.
Demon Fang! Won't work! Demon Fang!
Be grateful.
Weird that Marta shouts out so assertively when she dies. You wouldn't think she'd have that much fight left in her at that point.
Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Crimson filed.
Not good.
Demon Fang!
Recover.
Demon Fang!
Healing power.
Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Heal.
Demon Fang! Dual Dip! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
It's quite the growl at the end of the dragon's death. Alright, how we feeling? Can we get one? No, of course not. That would be too easy. I'm gonna lose my mind.
Let's do this. Steel.
Well, you think we have enough caterpillars to contend with here?
Charge. Alien power to recite.
I love this combo because the Bang Rain or whatever it's called backs Emil up. Puts him in the perfect position to transition into that Heavenly Tempest and rocket forward.
We need Gale. Oh, healing power. Stay.
It is a very large boulder. I wonder if we can hit it with the sorcerer's ring. Oh, it defaulted back to fire anyway. We don't have the power of earth anymore. Oh, and actually, as memory serves, we would have needed the bomb power anyway from the Toize Valley mine, not the earth element. Oh, we don't have the tram across anymore. Things have changed here in the mine in 2 short years.
Die.
Healing power. You're amazing. It won't work. Was anyone surprised?
Everyone's getting ready to change class again, too. Whoo! Excited for the next time we get to a Cats. Although I am worried that over the next couple chapters we're going to get a lot of monsters who are ready to evolve, but won't be able to evolve to what we really want without special items, as we've been talking about over the last couple streams, so we might have to have a bit of a delay of game as we wait to get the right items before we evolve some of them.
We won't lose. Steal.
I guess you want to die.
Oh, healing power.
That's it?
Okay, so there does have to be a way to blow up the rocks this time around, though. Since there's a chest behind that one. Maybe we're gonna get bombs again. Now that would be a throwback.
Let's do this. Oh, healing power.
Damn it.
Healing power. Healing power.
See, and now I'm not even trying to get the dragon, which bums me out, but I have no faith that it's going to work in this stream. This stream might just be cursed. We can try again next time.
We won't lose.
lot of this one in battle in terms of just mechanics seems to be about creating distance between yourself and the enemies. I didn't think about Emil's attacks along that dimension earlier in the game, but they seem especially suited to that need. In terms of attacking through enemies and relocating yourself to the other side of big swarms or things such as that.
Let's do this!
I'll end this! I'll end this!
Cleanse the defile! Cleanse the defile!
Should have never gone against me.
Level 50 demon. I like that look. Maybe? Of course not. Monsters? We don't need no stinking monsters. Acid flashbacks to this puzzle, which, as I talked about on the Tales of Symphonia stream, held me up for months and months when I was a kid and didn't understand it.
We're gonna win! Oh, healing power! Oh, healing power! Cleanse the defiled! Cleanse the defiled!
Heavenly Tempest!
At least make it challenging.
Finally. Give me bombs. Explode elemental. That's not an element. Come on.
We won't lose!
I am the summoned spirit of explosions. And mine labor. It's a very niche job, but I'm crucial to managing the mana requirements of the world.
At least make it challenging.
Can I get a wee caterpillar? Alright, so the curse is broken. Not for the most groundbreaking monster we could have recruited. But maybe that will reset our karmic slate and allow us to bag some other monsters along the way here. Only one way to find out. It is definitely easy mode compared to the bombs from the Sorcerer's Ring in the first game.
Of course I won.
Alright, Marta has item pro now. I think that's the one that lets items work better, as opposed to the one we were talking about on the last stream, which allows her to help get items from battle. Yeah. Different, but still useful. All kinds of gems. Occurs to me to check what Emil has equipped here. Maybe something different than a thief's cape would now be appropriate. Let's try that. I can never remember what the elemental stones do as equipment. Should look those up at some point. It's never super clearly articulated in the equipment interface.
Let's do this! Cleanse the defiled! I cast magic!
Playtime's over! This is the final strike! Darkness devours! Power!
Brutal.
See that?
Yes!
I might have gotten two of them actually. I didn't even know that could target multiple
Don't
enemies.
watch.
Can we get a really cool mushroom friend? That would be nice. Okay. Hey, maybe our luck has finally turned around then. I'll take it. I wonder if our Hydra is strong enough to swap in now and hold its own. I gotta try. I want to see that Hydra in action.
Not good.
It's so big! I love it.
Healing power. You okay?
Super not. Why the hell have to game up on me? Come on, man.
Gradients! Not good. You're slow. Not good.
At least make it challenging.
That is a pretty cool looking monster. Bastard Sword. A classic. An emphasis on crushing the enemy. Don't mind if I do.
We're gonna win! Oh, healing power.
Not good.
Cleanse the defiled. Swallow once!
At least make it challenging.
Can we do it now? Maybe? Please? Yes! Oh, it really was just like we had to burst through the bad luck barrier somehow. We have another Elder Dragon now. Oh, I kind of want to take him along, but I also want to keep cultivating the monsters that we have. Oh, things are getting hard in the late game, guys. We can leave him on the bench for now, I guess. I want to at least see through the evolutions of the monsters that we have right now. Anima. boy, it's worth dwelling on some of these item descriptions sometimes. I mean, it's not a Miyazaki game, but just something as interesting as this material animus. Condensed essence of a soul of logic and sealed in a magic bottle. Like, that alone gives an interesting window into the alchemy, I guess, of this world, which really has not come up very much elsewhere. I guess you could think of some of the exercises that we did in the first game, like the forging of the key crest and things like that as a sort of alchemy, but it's definitely not one of the main features of the game, at least, and that's a nice way to add a little bit of texture to it, just through those item descriptions. Makes the world feel larger than the main story.
You're so amazing!
We know. Alright, so that door's probably the way out. But there were a couple of boulders we wanted to blast in previous rooms, so I say we double back first. And hope it's worth it. Another anima. So I'm guessing that must be one of the key materials for at least one of those special evolution items that we've been talking about, based on how challenging it is to access the material. I thought there was one more boulder. Maybe it's back this way. Yes, there it is. Mirage Cloak. Is that new? Yes. Perfect. Worth the backtracking.
Die, scum!
Great lamps!
Not good.
At least make it challenging.
Oh, I should make sure that Coral has all of its skills equipped now that it's in the active party. Forgot to check that. Ha! None of its skills are equipped. Glad I checked. Ah, we don't have quite enough skill points. That'll do.
We will boost! Oh, healing power.
does seem like as much as it's fun to switch off between monsters, the game rewards you for keeping and cultivating a single monster in your party. Like, I look at some of the other monsters we're working with, and then I look at the Rodochrosite, the Wyvern Lord, who, granted, we've kept at the same class for a while because his next stage in evolution is one of the ones that requires a special item that we don't have. But all the same, being level 64 as opposed to Oral, which is level 30, or even Maccabees at 54, pretty healthy edge in terms of managing enemies.
Finally, fresh air. I missed the feeling of sunshine on my face.
Yeah, me too.
Me three!
How unfortunate you all don't appreciate the subtle beauty of the dark.
Probably because we don't have any good memories of dark places.
Okay, enough of that. We're going to the Lezareno headquarters, right?
Yes, our headquarters are in Altamira. I hope you don't mind a slight detour.
Of course not.
Alright. On to Altamira.
Woohoo! Altamira, here we come!
Everyone travels around town in vehicles, right?
Yes, the city was designed to be experienced as a resort. Even transportation has been carefully planned to be as enjoyable as possible.
And Klonoa is the town mascot. I wonder if he'll be there.
I hope we get a chance to meet him.
Woohoo!
Was that your Klonoa impression?
Forgive me. I was jealous of Klonoa getting all the attention.
Makes me wish that Presea's time as Klonoa in the first game had been voiced. When we get to see those other characters doing those impressions of Klonoa.
I will now
Woohoo
explain
indeed.
to all of you the magnificence of darkness.
You really take this seriously.
Of course. Darkness is truly magnificent. When you're feeling down, the thing that allows you to sink even further, to truly plumb the depths of your depression.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Is darkness. When you wish to conceal the truth,
This is a dark
darkness
skit.
will hide
No pun intended.
whatever you don't want to be seen. Want to topple your foes without being noticed? Do so under the cover of darkness. How about it? Are you ready to come to the dark side?
I don't know. Those things don't exactly get me all excited.
Doesn't sound like much fun to me.
Oh, but it is. If you're still unconvinced, perhaps you'd like to try a bite of my famous dark stew surprise.
Oh,
That is a type
no
of stew
thank
you
you.
make by throwing random ingredients into a pot, correct? A dish of that sort would be as likely to fail as to succeed.
Right, it probably wouldn't be awful, but I doubt it would taste great either.
I can feel the darkness of your rejection blooming in my heart.
Tenebrae, the super normal and not suspicious Centurion of Darkness.
Wow, this is Altamira.
It was much livelier the last time I came here.
The abnormal weather has made the sea treacherous. We've had to scale down our resort operations to compensate for the drop in visitors.
It seems plenty lively to me. Can't imagine what it was like before.
If we wake up Ratatosk, the city should return to normal, correct? Once that happens, I'd be glad to have you two as VIP guests.
Really?
Good for you!
Yeah.
Now we have one more reason to work hard to free Ratatosk.
For a trip to the resort. The most compelling reason of them all.
So where's the Lezareno headquarters?
It's further into the city. Let's go.
It's like every little detail in Altamira has something to do with the Lezareno company.
There's even a Lezareno emblem on that manhole cover we stepped on.
From the cradle to the grave. It's one of the Lezareno group's most important slogans.
So I guess that means they're behind pretty much everything here.
It sounds rather risky.
Why?
Since Lezareno provides this town with all its goods and services, if the company were ever to go bankrupt, the lives of those living here would fall apart along with it.
To assure that such events do not occur, our company dedicates itself to the continued pursuit of business excellence.
Very good then.
What's with the attitude?
It's a bit of a weird skit. Don't even get to go out on the town at night like we could in the first game. It's just a regular hotel that costs way more than a usual hotel. But we got healed. That's what counts. Oh, they've pared down the floors that we can explore here, too. Oh yeah, see, so Animus is one of the materials that we need for one of the statues for evolving monsters. We do have all the materials for a lot of these, just, of course, not the two specific statues that I've been looking for. Which hopefully means that those are worth the wait. We can synthesize that dragon spinner instead of buying it. Doesn't look that way. Man, everything is so expensive here. I feel like better armor is a good investment. Why not? Let's go for it. Awesome. Ha! And the cats. So we can finally evolve probably most of our party. Let's start with Maccabees. Oh no! Maccabees is capped out for an evolution that requires an item as well. We'll have to check what that is and whether it's worth it, since we'll only be able to evolve like 1 or 2 at the most based on the limited availability of Philosopher's Stones. We'll be thoughtful with it. We somehow on accident went in a circle with Sile, this monster, because we definitely had him as a Sphinx before, and then he went back down to a different class or something. I'll call that good. Interesting that this maid is explaining the semantics of hired help to us. These maids all seem very attuned to their craft. I guess this would kind of be the height of service, where they would only want the best of the best, so that's kind of consistent with the broader world of Altamira and the Lizarino Company. All right, on to company headquarters. Oh, we don't even have a ferryman here anymore. It's all automated. My, how the times have changed. Word has gotten around about Oda's seduction. Thank goodness. Get that out of circulation ASAP. This is a fun element of the sequel, to be learning more about sort of the nuts and bolts of what Lizarino actually does. And Regal's rolling it now that he's back at the helm. I learned so much about business etiquette from JRPGs. You always have to check the library first. You never know what kind of great background texts you might find there in a Tales game. And now that I've said that, we're not going to be able to read any of the books. Oh, for real? Come on. It was literally designated as the library. Talk about disappointing. I should have gone to the Sky Terrace first. Need to see Alicia. Well, we'll do it afterwards.
Master Regal.
Hello, George. Sorry to worry you.
I'm just glad that you're safe.
Thank you. Now, right to business. I have something I need to discuss with you immediately.
What is it, sir?
It's about the X-Sphere mine. You see? So we'll need to demolish the mine again and cut it off from the Temple of Earth.
Understood, sir. I'll send an investigative team immediately.
The Vanguard is attacking the city!
Oh my god. Might have missed the window for that Sky Terrace visit.
An attack here? Why would they?
I don't really understand, but they're requesting we hand over the daughter of their leader.
Oh no!
They claim we kidnapped her and are holding her hostage. Apparently this attack is in retaliation.
Man, the Vanguard, we have quickly learned in these last few streams, really knows how to spin and create narratives. Between the attack on Palmacosta and now this.
That's a lie. I'm going to set them straight.
Marta!
It's too dangerous to let Marta go out there alone. We have to go after her.
Yes. George, I want you to declare a state of emergency for Altamira. Institute a curfew until this situation is under control.
Yes, sir.
Let's hurry.
Can we go up? Okay, we can still go up. I wonder if we'll get any scene without Marta, or if we even would have with her. Oh, nothing. Yeah, boy, that's rife with meaning. The idea of the garden as the heart of Lazzarino, with Alicia as the heart of Regal. Well, we paid our respects here, and that's what matters, even if there's not a scene attached to the game per se.
Marta, wait!
Why are you all...
It's too dangerous for you to rush out there. You need to calm down and think this through.
But Altamira's in danger, and it's my fault.
Hawk is coming this way. This isn't good. We need to find a place to hide.
Let's retreat back to the hotel for now. We'll be able to blend in with the tourists there.
But none of the people in Altamira deserve this.
We don't want to cause a scene here either. Otherwise, it really would look like Lazzarino kidnapped you.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Man, I thought impulsivity was the job of Ratatosk and Emil, not Marta.
Man, things sure went to hell in a hurry. Is there anything the idiot Vanguard won't try?
I'm sorry.
No, I'm the one who should apologize. I wasn't trying to blame you.
She's right. You shouldn't feel responsible.
But
Let's go back to the hotel and figure out a plan. If we all put our heads together, we're bound to find a way to resolve this.
okay.
Boy, this is kind of chilling thinking about just those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it, where the Vanguard is putatively trying to improve the lot of the Silveranti, and yet now Altamira is looking so much like now Luen or Palmacosta or even Isalia, like the many towns that we saw decimated or attacked or otherwise oppressed by the Desians in Silverant during our journey of regeneration. It's a heartbreaking irony.
You're that Vanguard girl.
It's Alice! What a coincidence! The goddess Marta must be smiling upon me because I'm so adorable.
We're not handing over Marta.
Oh, wow! So you mean you really did kidnap Commander Brute's one and only daughter? Rico would never do something like that. He was worried about us, so he was helping me. I really couldn't care less. You're with Lezareno and won't go back to Commander Brute. That's all the justification we need for the Vanguard to crush Altamira. Ugh. I'd be more than happy to beat the stuffing out of you, but I have orders from the commander, so I'll be patient. You have until morning. We've set up operations in the casino. If you return Mart to us, we'll spare this town. But if you don't come back by tomorrow, then we'll just have to kill everyone.
Fucking monstrous.
You wouldn't dare.
We've already rigged bombs all over the city. And don't even try to get the hostages out. Our people have the city surrounded. Have fun thinking it over.
This does raise an interesting question at this point, especially when we know that Commander Brute of the Vanguard is Marta's dad. How much of this is about reclaiming Marta and bringing her back into the fold versus just getting Ratatosk's core off her forehead? Interesting to track as we delve further into this quest here.
Got to go see Daddy.
Marta! Just wait. Like Lloyd always says, there has to be another way. First, let's find a place where we can talk this over.
Sheena's right. You may use the royal suite on the top floor. I'm going to meet with the others at the company to discuss any course of action that might get the people out of the city.
There should be some Mizuho scouts here too. I'll go see if there's anything we can do. You two stay here and rest.
Marta, let's go.
Okay.
Somber music.
This is all my fault. It's all because I was so naive.
You can't think about it that way. You tried to stop the Vanguard from using Ratatosk's core for evil. There's nothing wrong with that.
But I'm just a kid after all. I realize now how powerless I really am. If I didn't have the core on me, I'd probably be lying dead somewhere.
But you're alive. And Regal and Sheena are off trying to find us a way out of all of this. And maybe there's something we can do.
Thanks, but I probably only have two options right now. I can run away and abandon everyone in the city.
Or what?
Tenebrae, hold Emil back!
Get out of my way, Tenebrae!
Classic case of self-sacrifice.
I cannot do that.
If Marta goes back to the Vanguard, they'll use Ratatosk's core to do terrible things.
Your other self should already know.
Tenebrae, you'd betray me?
Please remember. Remember the time when you were killed.
I don't care if I was asked or not. Let me go!
So maybe he and Tenebrae don't have an understanding. I thought based on what they were saying earlier that they did. Seems like Tenebrae still understands something that Ratatosk mode Emil needs to, yet does not. Off we go. Smacks of the multiple times that Colette tried to throw her own life away during the journey of the last game.
My scouts tell me they have the perimeter of the city surrounded as well. If we knew where all the bombs were, we'd have a way out of this.
Hey, have either of you seen Marta?
No,
We just got back. What happened to her?
She's gonna give herself up to save the city.
That fool!
They're based in the casino, so she must have gone there.
Damn it!
Don't run off as well.
So we should just send her to die?
Calm down. Marta is Brute's daughter. They wouldn't just kill her like that.
But
The fact that we know where they are works to our advantage.
what do you mean?
We know they've planted bombs throughout the city. It's safe to assume the detonator for those bombs is in the casino. We'll rescue Marta and destroy the detonator. They'll at least be powerless for a moment.
I get it. And before they can recover, we evacuate all the citizens.
Exactly.
All right. I'll go meet with my Mizuho scouts to hammer down a plan to evacuate everyone. I won't be long.
I need to make some arrangements as well. Emil, wait here, and don't do anything rash. It might do you some good to get some rest.
Marta.
Guessing we go back to the room to rest.
Emil, forgive me.
I'll forgive you once we get Marta back in one piece. No, make that if we get Marta back in one piece and the citizens aren't hurt. Then I'll forgive you.
You've changed. Lady Marta would surely be ecstatic to hear what you just said.
I'm gonna give the body back to him. He probably won't remember any of this, so you'll need to explain it to him. I'm sure you were listening to our conversation anyway.
I will do as you wish.
Wake up, Emil!
We're ready.
Oh, right. Tenebrae explained things to me. Is Marta still safe?
Well, I haven't gotten word that she's left the city.
We must execute the plan while it's still dark. Now, to the casino.
Yes.
And we're off.
I'll need to wear these handcuffs for this part of the plan.
Why do you have to wear those?
These are no ordinary handcuffs. They're actually a type of remote control device.
Huh?
I can use these to control the casino's power grid.
Wow, that's perfect.
However, the device is a prototype, and its viable control range is small. We'll need to get inside the casino for it to work.
So once we're in and use the handcuffs... Wait, why does it have to look like handcuffs anyway?
Because we're having a ball coming up with unexpected reasons for Regal to put handcuffs back on now that he is the new and redeemed Regal in the new world.
Ah, I see. You're going to use your status.
That's exactly right. I'm the president of the Lezareno Company and a Tetha Allen Duke. I ought to make quite a present for them.
You sure you're all right with this, Regal? I mean, being in handcuffs again?
Don't worry, I'm used to it.
Maybe more comfortable in them than not at this point.
It's the fact
For
that
better
you're
or
used
worse.
to it that worries me.
Ah, great minds, Sheena. Great minds.
If he's a present for the Vanguard, should we tie a pink ribbon on him or something?
Come on, man.
Forget that. We want them to accept the present, not refuse it.
I'm afraid I have to agree. All right, let's go.
Lines like that make me feel like, I don't know if they didn't totally know what they were doing with Emil's character, or if because there were only two main party members, they tried to squeeze multiple tropes of JRPG party members into each one, but Emil as the airhead who doesn't understand linguistic turns of phrase, it doesn't really cohere with the rest of his character for me. Feels like a weird sideshow within a character.
You think Marta's okay?
Well, it is Alice we're dealing with. It's impossible to be certain, but I doubt even she'd dare to kill the commander's daughter.
Exactly. All we need to do is find the weak spot in their plan and exploit it. Marta's gonna be fine. Although I'm gonna have to give that girl a talking to when this is over. She can't just run off like this.
Yeah. Marta, please be okay. They've completely taken control of the city.
When you consider all the blood that would be spilled, our plan is far more desirable than open resistance.
Wow, Regal.
Hmm?
It's just, I was struck by your keen insight.
You'll be like this when you're older, too.
You mean walking around in handcuffs like a convict?
It's better than wearing a ribbon.
That's for sure.
Regal, I'm sorry about earlier.
Hmm?
That thing I said about presents needing a ribbon, it was a stupid joke. I shouldn't have made fun of you like that.
It's all right.
I mean, I actually sort of think wearing a ribbon would suit you. You know, being an aristocrat and everything. Or maybe not a ribbon, but a rose?
A rose.
Like you could wear it in your hair or clench it in your teeth?
I've sent roses to ladies before, but I can't say I've ever worn one. Besides, if I were to do something like that, Sheena would never let me live it down.
Actually, it might look kind of good.
What?
Boy, the way they're doubling down on this whole ribbon thing makes me feel like they really thought through and deliberated on it more than I was assuming as I was dragging it. But it still just feels kind of unfocused and unsatisfying to me.
What do you want?
All the more so for the fact that they double down on it the way that they do, actually.
We brought a present for Lady Alice.
A present?
Yes.
What's the present?
I am.
The renowned, super powerful president of the Lezareno Company, Duke Regal Bryant. You may have heard of him.
Well, how about it?
Yes, but why would you bring him here?
We want to become members of the Vanguard.
This is our offering to Lady Alice.
All right. We will notify Lady Alice. Come with me. She says you may enter. Be sure to watch your manners.
Sweet! Sneaking past these guards is easy as pie.
Yes, that was rather easy.
They do seem to lack a certain dedication to their work.
Exactly. Hey, wait, Tenaby. Aren't you gonna say something like, I quite agree, sweetie pie?
Sweetie pie, I hardly think this is the time to be exchanging such pleasantries.
You're missing the point. Making bad jokes and puns is your thing. Sweet. Easy as pie, sweetie pie. Get it?
Let's see. Sweet, it's sweetie pie until the bitter end, correct?
Never mind.
Good try. Maybe. Not a lot of skits in this sequence are landing for me, guys. I wonder if someone else took over writing this section or something.
So, you're the ones who want to join the Vanguard.
Yes.
Bringing Regal straight to me with such a transparent lie? You're more stupid than I thought. Hockey, arrest them, will you? go fetch Commander Brute. You lock them up in the prison. You're also in charge of the detonator while I'm gone.
Please, leave everything to me.
Emil!
Fools! You can rot in here.
Marta, thank goodness you're all right.
Why are you all here?
We found a way to save you, along with the city.
I'd given up hope on finding a way to do both.
You're the one who taught me that you can't give up so easily.
Emil, thank you.
Have you seen Hawk with anything that could be a bomb detonator?
Now that you mention it, yes. I saw Alice hand something like that to Hawk. She said something about a switch that could destroy the city.
Yeah, he did have some weird thing hanging from his neck.
All right, then we need to go after Hawk. Everyone ready? Let the mission begin.
Whoa.
I like this track. I think this is our first time hearing this.
The power for the entire casino is out. The lock on this prison cell should be disengaged as well.
All right, let's go.
All right, the gang's all here. Let's do this.
Looks like Alice is still abusing Hawk.
He probably doesn't have a choice, especially when you consider their legendary duel.
What is this duel?
When Alice joined the Vanguard, Hawk was the head of the combat unit. They apparently battled it out for his position, and he lost in a really bad way.
I'm almost afraid to ask.
I didn't see it, so I can't be sure, but I heard he still has scars from that battle on his back. Supposedly, they formed the words Alice's pet.
Ooh.
About being scarred for life.
Super sadism. Even for what we knew of Alice, that's pretty grotesque.
I would love to check out the casino.
What are you saying? Kids aren't allowed to gamble.
Hey, I'm not a child anymore. What do you say, Emil? Don't you think it sounds like fun?
Actually, I'd rather go play in the amusement park.
Ugh, stop being so childish.
Hold your horses. You two are the same age. You kids are gonna have to stick to the amusement park.
I believe you've always preferred the amusement park yourself, Sheena. Or am I mistaken?
Seriously? Sheena, you've got the body of a woman, but the heart of a little girl. So what?
It's true. One of the most rewarding things to do as an adult is go to an amusement park. I have more than a few happy adulthood memories at Disney World and places like that. Gives you a different perspective on their magic.
You? But how did you escape?
Tenebrae, go!
Just leave it to me.
You filthy beast! Give me back the detonator!
You had one job, Hawk. And you did it poorly.
No!
All right, we're done here. Let's go.
Wait! You won't get away that easily! If I let you all escape, Lady Alice will kill me!
Oh. The desperation there is kind of more sad than anything. Jesus, that's strong.
You're slow. Move. Shadow Ray.
The enemy's mill.
That was on purpose. Dark Radiance. Come on. Won't work.
Not sure how to break this aura that's preventing him from being staggered.
You okay?
It's very frustrating.
Come on!
Now come slow.
I can't lose.
Can't avoid being staggered from this, though, I bet.
Final strike. Darkness devours. You're slow. Not good.
Approaching storm.
Good.
Approaching storm. Approaching
The
storm.
enemy's mill.
Approaching storm. That was on purpose. Approaching storm.
Jesus, this guy. Spam the same move some more, why don't you?
Bring them back from the abyss of death. Don't strain yourself.
Final strike. Darkness devours.
You have to do better than that,
You're
huh?
using too much
Approaching
heart.
storm.
It's my choice.
Approaching storm.
It's to win.
You okay?
Approaching storm. Approaching storm.
Resurrection!
Moonbeam.
Hey, Zora finally wore off.
It can't be.
God bless. Haha, one of those boss fights where we solemnly stay quiet afterwards. Though I don't really feel sufficiently attached to Hawk to feel that that's warranted. But maybe this is it for him. Maybe he's gonna die.
What's all the commotion?
The real Commander Brute, if I had to guess.
Daddy!
Marta, you're the descendant of the noble Silverant dynasty, and yet you associate with these low-born peasants. Have you no shame?
Daddy! Are you still obsessing about that? The Silverant dynasty has no bearing on who we are right now.
I see you've yet to realize the significance of your heritage.
What? What do you think you're doing?
Consorting with filthy scum like yourselves has obviously clouded my daughter's mind. Taste the mighty power that has been granted to me by Solom's car!
Oh man, another back-to-back boss fight.
Royal judgment shall be handed down!
I guess that solves the question of whether he's willing to let his daughter die or not. I'm not sure if we have any recourse now that both of our party members who can use items have died. Maybe we're supposed to lose this one. Oh, yes. Very good.
He's strong.
Forgot how many of that type of battle they had in this game. An unusually high number even for the Tales games.
Not bad for a bunch of unworthy peasants. But you'll never make it out of here alive. That is, unless you think you can defeat me.
This has gone on long enough. I can't let you humiliate me in front of Commander Brute anymore.
Emil!
Farewell, little boy!
No, Daddy!
Get out of my way!
Now's our chance. Let's go.
Death of Hawk, as foretold. Honestly, I hate to say it, but poor guy died as he lived, forgettably. His career and aspirations were quashed by Alice, and his death was more an accident than anything else.
You all go on ahead.
Regal!
What are you waiting for? This man Brute is extremely skilled. If we waste time fighting here, more Vanguard will arrive and we'll be captured.
It would certainly be reckless for us to fight in earnest against an opponent who's using the power of Solemn's core.
Sheena!
Regal, just hang on. We'll be back for you.
Go!
We've left him on his own to fight against worse odds. Worse odds, rather, excuse me. Thinking of the Tower of Salvation in the run-up to Yggdrasil Mythos.
It's already morning. Come on. We need to get out of the city.
Regal. Daddy.
Marta, if we stay here, what Regal did will be for nothing.
Yeah.
Emil's right. Come on, let's hurry.
What in the world is going on here? The entire city has fled, and you're roaming free? How did you even get here? Commander Brute's gonna be mad at me!
Looks like our troubles aren't over just yet.
I won't let you get away this time! Crescent Strike!
Hey! At last. I missed you, Presea.
Presea?
This place is dangerous. Come with me. We should be okay now.
Who are you?
My name is Presea Combatir.
Presea was one of our companions on the journey of world regeneration. But what are you doing in Altamira?
I came to tell everyone at Lezareno about what's happening in Ozette.
That's not, I was not sure when she first spoke, but I am almost certain that is not her original VA either. But I'm delighted to see her all the same.
But I ran into someone from the village of Mizuho. They filled me in on the situation here, so I decided to help.
It doesn't really look as if she's aged much. Although I guess she's only aged 2 years if time has just started moving for her again. So we wouldn't expect it to be that radical a change, I guess.
You couldn't have come at a better time. Take these two somewhere safe. I need to go back to Altamira.
If you're going to help Regal, I'm coming too.
No, you have to protect Marta.
Regal? Did something happen to him?
He's off fighting the Vanguard all by himself. Marta and Emil can fill you in on the details.
Sheena, I don't quite understand what's going on, but I'll take you to somewhere safe. You can fill me in once we get there.
Yeah, definitely not the same actor.
Right. Thank you.
Altessa's house, alright. World tour of all our favorite haunts from the first game. Did we get any new skills from that last battle? And we're off. Okay. Ooh, reawakened memories. Sounds like we're finally gonna dive into some revelations about the plot and the characters here. I'm excited.
It appears to be a checkpoint.
This is my fault. The Vanguard's doing this to catch me.
We'll have to find another way around.
But I'm sure they'll be checking everywhere. Leave this to me. What's that? It's an Iron Maiden. Marta, please get inside.
It's the same thing Dex has. Why do you have one of these?
This is a good luck charm from Lezareno Mystic Supply, a subsidiary of the Lezareno Company. I make charms myself, and Lezareno Mystic Supply wanted to collaborate. They sent me this as a sample. Dex said he got that thing by mail order.
Just out of curiosity, when you say good luck charms, what sort of effects are we talking about?
They say that if you put a hair from someone you love inside here, 765 days later, you'll find happiness together.
So now we start to understand why we saw Dex decorated the inside of his with pictures of Alice and such. A literal charm to try to win her love.
Presea, is there someone you have in mind? That is a secret.
But why do you have this Iron Maiden with you?
I brought it to Altamira so I could return their sample. But it was impossible with the city under Vanguard control, so I hid it in the bushes here.
I can hardly believe I'm saying this, but Marta, maybe you should get inside this thing.
What? But they'll know I'm in there the second they open the lid. It'll be okay. All right.
Can I help you
I
carry
wonder if that comment of Presea's was meant to imply that she is nursing a crush for Genus, or perhaps that she's found a new paramour or interest since the first game. I feel like they never really played out that aspect of her personality very much, or just character in the first game, besides Genus being very clearly and overtly interested in her.
I'm fine. Let's go. We live in Ozette. May we pass?
What's that you've got with you?
This is my Iron Maiden. It's a good luck charm.
Let's see what's inside then.
No,
You'll be cursed.
Not a curse.
A terrible curse will befall anyone who opens this Iron Maiden before it grants its wish. First, you'll experience stomach-churning sickness and diarrhea for 77 straight hours.
Jesus Christ.
Then, for the following 777 days, the King of Demons will appear and stick his finger up your nose every single day. But if you're alright with that, go ahead and open it and be cursed.
A curse marked by just perpetual minor inconvenience rather than awakening the gates of hell or anything like that.
You think I'd fall for that?
I understand. Please, the curse is all yours. I don't mind. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. Go on through.
Alright then.
That was most impressive, Presea.
I was so worried he was gonna open it. My heart's still racing.
This Iron Maiden actually has an internal lid. To anyone who opens it normally, it will appear empty.
Really?
I had no idea.
A dwarf named Altessa lives up ahead. We can take refuge in his house.
The music, the rocks that fell. A lot of memories in this place.
This is Altessa's house.
So what's Altessa like? He's a dwarf, right? Is he like Dirk?
You've met Dirk?
Yeah, I have. You see...
So that's how you ended up with Sheena. But I wonder what Lloyd is trying to accomplish all by himself. It worries me.
Marta, are you tired?
No, not at all. I'm fine.
You sure?
Let's head in and meet Altessa.
Worried about the core on that girl's forehead.
So Presea, what other sorts of good luck charms have you come up with?
Soulmate shackles, hair today, hair tomorrow tonic, fess up ferns, the marry me wand.
Hey, Aunt Flora had one of those. Anything else?
An outfit that, despite having a bare midriff, never allows your skin to get cold, and also protects against enemy attacks. I call it the Lonnie Kyle.
Oh, I've heard of that. That was a big hit.
No, that's called the
And it faded
JRPG
fast, right?
outfit.
It was a tough sell.
Was that everything?
There was a mask that hid your face without actually hiding it, but still mysteriously prevented anyone from realizing your real identity. I called it the Judas mask.
Haven't heard of that one.
It was stolen while still in development, and the project had to be called off. It was my proudest achievement. A real loss.
You came up with all that stuff? You're incredible.
Boy, that story of the Judas mask and its theft and just the concept is so interesting to me, and I'm frustrated because I imagine since it's just kind of treated as a throwaway in a skit, it won't be followed up on, but that seems so thematically consonant with a lot of just the idea of trust and relationship dynamics in these games. It would be cool to see a side quest focused on the Judas mask play out.
So you're not from Altamira, right?
No, I'm from Ozette.
Where exactly is that?
It's just on the other side of the Garakia forest, but only a handful of people live there now.
Why's that?
The town was destroyed once. The land was never considered very desirable, and the village had a reputation for opposing the Church of Martel, so people have been reluctant to move back.
That's terrible.
However, my friends are helping out. I know the village will recover someday. Right now, it's in no state for visitors, but I'll give you a tour someday.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Oh, I was gonna look at the title that Marta got. The Iron Beauty hidden behind the false bottom. That is kind of poetic. Oh, I missed a pop head skit. Hope we can get it back. Maybe if I go back outside. I think we missed the pop head skit with her in Tales of Symphonia, the first one, but it's one of the ones that I remember fondly. When Presea went after, she was obsessing over either Corinne or Noish's paw pads. Or maybe there was one for each. My memory's escaping me right now.
Mr. Fairy?
Are you referring to me? I am not a fairy. I am a Centurion.
Okay. Mr. Tenaby?
Mr. Tenaby? Well, that's new.
Well, that name really got around.
What are you doing? Why are you grabbing my leg?
You have no paw pads.
Paw pads? Shall I make some?
Wow. Poke, 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 poke.
That tickles. Stop. I beg you. I can't take any more.
Worth it.
Who is it?
It's Presea, from Ozette.
As opposed to all the other Preseas Altessa knows.
Presea. And who's that you've got with you?
My name is Emil.
I'm Marta.
I am Centurion Tenebrae. Pleased to meet you.
These are all friends of Regal and Sheena.
I see. So what brings you all the way out here?
Altamira's been occupied by the Vanguard.
What?
They've captured Regal. Sheena stayed behind in Altamira to rescue him.
Sheena asked me to get these two out of the city and take them to a safe place.
So you brought them here?
Yes. I am planning on taking them to Mizuho. But I expect the Vanguard to be on high alert right now, so...
I see. Well, you may stay here as long as you like.
Thank you.
Now what's all that commotion outside?
It could be the Vanguard.
Let's go and see.
I see this thing dangling from the ceiling and just want to burn it and get whatever's inside. But I don't think it works like that. It's just teasing me.
Sir, it's the same Iron Maiden from before.
All right then. Search this house.
Now, Magnar, what are you going to do now that your rival has died?
Magnar? Why is he here? Isn't he with the Church of Martel?
It seems he was only pretending to be a Martel knight. The incidents in Lewin and Palma Costa were most likely part of an elaborate Vanguard scheme to cast blame on the Church of Martel.
Spinning the narrative. Seems to be their one skill.
Marta, did you know Magnar was with the Vanguard?
I had no idea.
Presea?
We can't stay here. We're putting Altessa in danger.
Yes, that's true.
I'm going too.
Lady Marta!
So you've finally given up. Excellent. Now you can return to your father in the Vanguard.
I won't allow that to happen. I intend to keep my promise to Sheena.
What? A child like you is going to stop me? You'll regret meddling in the affairs of the Vanguard.
Spoken like someone who truly doesn't know Presea.
Now die quickly!
Oh, brilliant!
Playtime's over!
It's interesting. There's part of me that was sitting here thinking, like, well, the idea that Magnar is a member of the Vanguard, like, that might have been an interesting twist or moment of betrayal if we had gotten to know Magnar better, because the game doesn't really give us that many windows into him. Like, we saw him in the sequence of Lewin very early on, and then we saw those kind of sideshow quests with him and Hawk in the last chapter. But I think there's also something kind of interesting going on just in terms of the dynamics between the Vanguard and the Church of Martel, and our experience of them as players who, you know, knew the Church in a very different sense from the first game and had no point of access to the Vanguard. Like, we enter this game, right, and we have this, you know, immediate sense that these sort of institutions or organizations are exercising control over the world in a way that we don't understand, and in the sense that the organizations themselves are largely inscrutable or unknowable to us as well. And so I think when we see it that way, with the Church of Martel and the Vanguard as these monolithic, oppressive forces to which we don't have direct access or understanding as players, then it's almost interesting to have this twist where there's, you know, not betrayal per se, but just a double agent in their ranks, so to speak, where the organizations are so convoluted and complicated that, you know, they're not even transparent to the people within them. Kind of their primary attribute is to obfuscate, which really paints them, I guess, as antithetical to everything that the gang fought for in the first game, right? Because over and over again they chose transparency and just clear-cut moral commitment in a way that's totally antithetical to the MO of the Vanguard and the Church. Or at least the Church as the Vanguard represents them, although now, you know, this revelation with Magnar does raise the question of how directly do we even understand what the Church of Martel is up to in this world post-regeneration, since really our windows into the Church have largely been manufactured by the Vanguard.
Darkness devours! Hour!
You're using too much art!
It's my choice.
Sustained! Evil forces receive!
Dragon Fang! Take that shot!
Oh, healing power!
Blade Fury! Roaring Spear!
Oh, healing power!
Raging Fang!
Oh, healing power!
Dragon Fang Tempest!
You're using too much art!
Oh, I don't have enough TP to trigger the Mystic Heart. That's what's going on. Let's try that again. Come on. Thank you.
This is the final strike! Darkness devours! Power! Come, you fools!
Evil forces
My goodness,
receive.
does this guy have enough health?
Watch the enemy's mouth!
That was on purpose. Savagery! That was powerful. I've failed.
Oh man, Emil missed out on the experience. Oh well, win's a win. Ooh, Marta got Prism Sword. Fantastic. Talk about a classic spell.
Why did the Vanguard invade Altamira? What are they trying to do?
Even if you knew, there's nothing you could do to stop it.
Just tell me!
Commander Brute is planning to announce the revival of the Silverrot dynasty in Altamira.
So what? The Tethaala's royal army will just go and crush them, and that's the end of that!
Unfortunately, I don't think that's likely to happen in Altamira. The Lezareno Company's headquarters are located there. They'd have more than enough food and supplies to hold out for a long time.
That's right. And our supporters are staging revolts around the world as we speak. That should keep the Royal Army's hands full. Then, once we have Ratatosk's core, we'll use the Mana Cannon to give the Tethaalans the divine punishment they deserve.
It's an interesting sentiment to echo here. Just down the road from Ozette, where in the original game, Crucius meted out divine punishment and destroyed the town after we first met and started going through the motions with Presea in our party.
But why? What will that accomplish?
It's the only way the Silveranti will be able to win against Tethaala's advanced civilization. We can't let our people be persecuted like half-elves.
The Vanguard sure is a troublesome lot.
We should head for Mizuho as soon as we can. We'll be safe there.
Yes. You've still got Ratatosk's core. The most important thing you can do right now is run.
I understand.
But what about Regal?
I'm sure my friends will sort things out.
Friends?
Altessa, you should leave here as well. It's not safe.
You don't need to worry about me. That Magnar fellow's still got some life left in him. I think I'll tie him up and keep an eye on him. But you'd best hurry to Mizuho as soon as you can.
Yes. Your spirits seem to be low. Are you tired?
No, that's not it.
Are you worried about all those revolts Magnar was talking about?
The bigger Vanguard becomes, the more it seems like it's turning into some rampaging monster. How can something I helped create have gone so wrong? What should I do?
That I do not know. But Sheena said to make sure the two of you were taken to safety. I believe that means your safety is important to resolve these problems.
She's right, Marta. Staying here and worrying about it won't give you answers. The only thing we know for sure is that we can't let them get Ratatosk's core.
It's like our roles are now reversed.
Huh?
When I first met you, I was always the one trying to cheer you up. Now I'm the one with no confidence and you're getting stronger.
Maybe, but it's only thanks to you and everyone else. I'll lend you my strength when you're feeling down.
Emil.
The relationship has definitely seen a lot of strengthening and development in nuanced ways that I didn't really expect going back into it and seeing where things started out. But the Tales games are great at challenging your initial expectations and the expectations that they very deliberately set up for you in that way. No doubt about that.
Is the really that powerful?
Yes. It was originally developed to destroy the Tower of Salvation. I doubt there is any weapon more powerful. In our last journey, we used it to stop the giant tree when it threatened to destroy the world. It was Sheena's responsibility to fire the cannon.
The giant tree that killed my mother was stopped by the Mana Cannon. Then the cannon must be immensely powerful. I mean, it toppled a tree that covered the entire world.
Yes. If such a weapon fell into the wrong hands, it could easily wipe out a town or two.
We'll never let something like that happen. Never.
It also, I mean, not to be pedantic on Presea, but it was not originally developed to destroy the Tower of Salvation, right? Because we know from having very recently replayed Tales of Symphonia that the Mana Cannon was a relic from the Karlon War, right? So Rodial was trying to develop it and then use it to destroy the Tower of Salvation for his own political agenda in Crucius and the Desians. But originally, I think we're supposed to understand it as one of these ancient weapons that was used in the war that Mythos and his friends helped to stop, and the reasons on account of which they split the world. which makes me think, I mean, there are so many interesting ways you could expand a story like Tales of Symphonia, but one thing that it occurs to me would be cool instead of the mana cannon would be, you know, if someone from the world uncovered like another piece of ancient technology or a different weapon from the Karlon War that they're now trying to revive for their own purposes, kind of add to the overall like ancient Karlon armory beyond the mana cannon. Be a cool way of expanding the world, I think. Something to muse as we continue. Well, folks, I think that's as good a break as we're going to get. Diving into Chapter 7 now, retreating to Mizuho. The Vanguard is finally making moves after tons of subterfuge and working in the shadows for the first 6 chapters of this game. We finally met Commander Brute, who seems to have not very much affection for his daughter at all. And I think we can hope to get even better clarity on Emil and Ratatosk mode and whatever Tenebrae might be hiding, and hopefully maybe even some more insight into Richter as things continue to unfold here. So I'm excited to see where things go next. As always, I'm so glad that you're coming along on this journey with me. I hope that you're enjoying it and finding it as rewarding and interesting as I am. We'll be back at the same time on Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern. So tune in, don't miss. Looking forward to the next leg of this journey with you. We're getting close to the end now. I can feel it. I don't know if you can taste it, but I can. So let's dig in and see what happens next. Thanks, everybody.